So I never played Brave 9, but I literally just heard about this today. And I think this is pretty important as a Brown Does 2 player. As you see here, this is a memo from Brave 9's director, Jusun Seok. I know I butchered that name, but whatever. I'm going to go ahead and read this aloud and give my thoughts at the end. Today, I'm reaching out to you with some sad news. Since April 2017, we've had the honor of sharing over 7 amazing years with all of you. However, after much internal discussion, we've come to a difficult decision. It has become challenging to maintain Brave 9 in its current form. So in December 2024, we will wrap up the story of the current version of Brave 9 and transition to a standalone version that you can play anytime, anywhere. The update in December 2024 will be our final update for Brave 9. This version will remove network connectivity, but we're working hard to ensure you can still enjoy all the combat. We're preparing this so that you can fondly remember Brave 9 and the beautiful journey we've had together over these 7 years. Additionally, we'll be concluding the expansive storyline to the best of our ability. Our development team will be putting in everything we got to make this final update as special as possible. The time we shared with all of you will always be cherished memories. We've been passionate and dedicated, and it's our hope that our efforts have resonated with all of you throughout the years. To our loyal captains, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We're committed to making this final update as best as it can be. Our next update on August 22 includes a 10 times weekly reward event for all 3 arenas, a renewal of various mercenaries, the introduction of a 1 gold shop, and 1 gold costumes. We hope these rewards give you an excellent opportunity to obtain and strengthen your mercenaries further. Once again, thank you. The 7+ years with Brave 9 are unforgettable and valuable memories for us. Thank you so much. Sincerely, the Brave 9 team. Okay, so it is great that they're going to make a standalone game. Not a lot of companies do this because they don't really need to. I personally take it as a dev team being proud enough of their work that they want it preserved. And seeing that Brave 9 lasted 7 years, I think is well deserved. So, I actually was thinking about trying out Brave 9, mainly to satisfy my curiosity. I heard Brave 9 was Brown Dust 2, but more challenging, and I love challenging gameplay. So I did some research. If any Brave 9 players are watching this, please feel free to comment on what I'm about to say, because I would love to be enlightened or corrected. So from what I found, the game made some huge missteps. They tried using crypto, which is, wow, had to merge servers, and their Steam servers were standalone from the global servers, which led to a super small player base. I think like the highest they ever had was like 80 players or something like that. It was kind of low. This is important because the game itself focused pretty hard on real-time PvP. Personally, I love PvP. But what turned me off were frequent complaints that the power creep was real and rampant. And to top it all off, the game in recent years was just not getting any frequent updates. That's probably the biggest sign that the live service game will announce in the service. I witnessed that same exact thing happen to Mega Man X Dive when I was playing it. So I decided to not try it out for those reasons. That was last month, so while I'm surprised that they announced in the service, it's only because I'm surprised it lasted this long. There was just so little positive said about the game during that time that it was pretty disheartening. The only positive I heard was that the strategy RPG element of the gameplay was some of the best in the gacha scene, and Breakdown players held onto that one pretty hard. But I'll throw in another positive that I am pretty personal with. From what I heard, the fan service in Brave 9 is good, and not so extreme like how it is in Brown Dust 2. And I think this is important because it leads to a healthy balance between that and the other elements of the game. This is coming from a person who loves fan service. I mean, I play Nikkei, I play Snowbreak, I play Wuthering Waves. So I really don't care about the people who hate it. But I just personally feel Brothers 2 maybe leaning a little bit too hard on it, and it may cause other elements of the game to be neutered, like the story and having playable male characters. And yes, crucify me. I want playable guys. Some of my favorite video game characters of all time are guys. So I don't want them off the table, but that's another rant for another time. So the question from the perspective of a Brothers 2 player is, what does this mean for Brothers 2? Well, I don't really know, because NeoWiz is a pretty big company. Best case scenario, the entire Brave 9 team merges with the Brothers 2 team, and we get a lot more content. Worst case, the team gets separated and moved to different projects. Well, the actual worst case is they get laid off, but I doubt that will happen. I think a safe bet is Brothers 2 is now free to open the floodgates on their storyline. It looks like they have been trying to stay at least loosely canon to Brave 9, like how Fate Zero was loosely canon to Fate Stay Night. But if they don't have to adhere to the ongoing story of Brave 9 anymore, it's very possible, if not probable, that all the characters that were in Brave 9 will become fully realized in Brown Dust 2. It could also be possible that Brown Dust 2 makes his own timeline, in which case we can finally get the prologue of the mercenaries back. I'm really just speaking as a person who has only played Brown Dust 2 and has only been mildly interested in Brave 9. So take what I say as a grain of salt. Either way, it is a sad day for Brave 9 players, and I at least hope they can finish the story with a bang. And if the story is even half as good as the main story in Brown Dust 2, I'm pretty sure they will.